Hey guys, I'm so excited to share another project today. For that, we require starfish and turtle. So I have put in the link in the description box as to how to make your own turtle and starfish like this. And then we are going to color it. So I'm going to show you a different way to color it. Last time I used acrylics. So this time we're going to use something else. Like the previous video, we require sand and 3 types of microbeads. One is the gold, silver and blue. We require brushes. You can either use the small one or the big one, tweezers, sharp needle, and toothpick, of course the mold. Then we require different colored moss and few shells, 2 sizes of pearls, flat back pearls. You could also go for the colored ones, but since there is going to be so much activity going on in this, I wanted to keep it simple and go for the white one. And yes, we also require this is the soft pastels that we get here in India. I also have the other one that I got in US. And if you're a beginner, this should do it for coloring your projects. So the last time that I used acrylic, so this time we're going to do it with this pastels, because we want that little translucent color for the starfish. And last video everybody had been asking me, messaging me in regards to how I file them. So you can either use this fine grit salt paper is what I call that as, but I don't know what it is called in your part of the world. And I also use this file. You also have something called the rat file. I don't have that right now. This is like a triangular shape and that's round. Couple of acrylic colors for our turtle. So let's get started. So you can go for this orangish shade. So that is that. And next is the green. So you can go for this. Going for the little darker green for the back. I just took a little bit of black. For that, so we take a little bit of this, do the eyes. There you go. We get this big container of varnish, so I just always transfer them to smaller containers, so it's easier for me to handle it when I'm taking the video or doing any other project for that part. So just go ahead and varnish it. Just don't drag so much. So I have poured in 20 drops of this and 40 drops of this, and now I'm going to mix it. Now that we have mixed, I'm going to keep my on the tilted side, drop in my sand. For the starfish, I'm just going to go for 2. So I'm going to use this for the starfish. I don't know. I changed my mind. I'm going to go for the blue. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave a dot on the side and just take how much ever that I wanted to mix. Oopsie, I got my just take how much ever that you require. I'm not going to have it too bright, so I'm just going to go for a little lighter shade. Yeah, when you do this, you can see that there are lots of bubbles. Don't worry about it. I don't use torch. I don't use any heat gun or anything for that matter. I just let it sit and then it pops up by itself. And if 1 or 2 drops are there, it's okay. We have a lot of active sea creatures living inside our little project. Now that I have thoroughly mixed it, I'm going to go and drop it in some more. this is pretty much dry. So but now we are going to add a thin layer of green. I have added 10 drops of one and 20 drops of the number 2 in the resin. I'm just going to keep a dot of the green. Objective, we want them on all the sides, so come back every 7 minutes and push the resin to the sides so that we have a thin layer of green coated. Going to keep it tilted this way. The previous piece that I had done, I was not very happy with the end result, so that in order to repeat the whole video again, I went and did the sand, added the shells, and I did a layer of blue here and a layer of green. And in my previous video I had added some moss. I'm not added any moss here because I felt that when you're adding the turtle, there is too much activity going on with the background and the turtle was kind of lost, and so I thought I will just leave it plain as it is and then add the turtle in here. So now what I have done is, this is pretty much dry. I had mixed some part A and part B, and it is in the consistency that you can see. It's pretty thick, and when you drop it shouldn't be moving, so that's the kind of consistency that we want. And so that is ready. Now I have part A and part B mixed up here. So all you need to do now is add little bit of this white soft pastel. So I'm just adding so in the previous one, I mean in the 2 previous videos, I had gone and added the I'm yet to order my white opaque pigment. I don't have that right now. So I used, instead of that, I used white acrylic, and that had become stringy. So I guess water does not go well with the resin. I should have known that. And I guess we learn from our experience. So I should say I learned from 2 experiences. So this is the consistency that we want. I'm just going to go and add some white iridescent powder as well, so that it looks a little bit on the shiny side and not too dull. I don't know how that will. I really don't know how that is going to turn out, but I can see that it's getting a little bit better. I'm going to see how that one looks. It's a little too thick. I think I left it a little bit more. So I'm just going to add some more of the resin. So let's go and drop some microbeads. So I have some white in here, silver. Some gold. Okay, so let's leave it at that and we will get back. So this is dried up. As you can see, there is a little foam pattern here. There is like no specific pattern like this. This is more like, I don't know, controlled pattern. So I like the wavy one here, especially this and this area. So it's like hitting the rocks and the sand. So I'm just going to leave it like that. Now all we need to do is add our starfish. So I'm going to add it to that corner so this area is preserved. In the same way I like this area, so I'm just going to put the turtle in the background as if it's going to come to the land. Okay, so it's mixed now. I go ahead and add yellow, but I like to keep this particular one simple without using, because in the previous video I've used this, so I didn't want to use. I just want the land with the foam and I don't want any greenery in here, so whatever shrubs, bushes, So we will leave it like that, and I will come back for demolding. When I come back for demolding, I want to show you my 2 failed attempts of the same video, the pieces, so then you know how different pieces look. And see you soon. It's totally done now. Let's demold. So it looks pretty good, and file away. It looks pretty good. I mean, I'm happy with the results, but before I made this, there were 2 that I made which I'm not very happy about. So there. So it has too much of, I use acrylics instead of the white pigment, and it turned out all grainy. And besides, I had put those moss, so it was like too crowded. I would rather go for this compared to that. And yep. Before then, there's one more that I made. We put all these 3 together. I think I like this. I'm sure all of you will agree with that one. Instead of, so these were my 2 failed attempts. I mean, I guess we learn, because I have not learned from anybody, so this is all my trial and error basis. So this came out well. Same goes for this. If you can see, I guess less is more, so this looks good. But if you want to go and attempt with moss, for this I just used the pearl pigment as a background, and here I used acrylics and resin, and here I just used white pastels mixed with resin. So this has got the more foamy effect compared to the other 2. That's it, guys. The next one is going to be a little different. There's a lot of sculpting, so I hope you will come back for that one. So this is for all of you who are not into clay sculpting. So this is an easy way for you to get beautiful pieces done from the mold, and you can please watch the mold making video to make your own molds with whatever pieces that you have. And so if you are ready for sculpting, come back for the next one. I'm going to do one with sculpting, and after that I'm going to change the theme, but I'm still going with the resin for some more time. I have also other videos on face painting. Those of you who are interested in tattoos and face painting can go for that. And I also have clay miniatures, more videos coming up on clay miniatures, different types of jewelry. And for jewelry I'm going hybrid. So if you're ready for a new type of jewelry, a little bit on the hybrid side, so watch out for those. And there's little for everyone. If you have different, or if you want to be multitasking different varieties of things, so that you don't get bored with just one crafting, then this is my channel and this is the place to be.